Hey everyone. Today we're just going to be doing some finishing touches on some of the miniatures, whether it's changing some things that I've done on some miniatures that I finished a while ago, or even if it's just putting the finishing touches on a couple of them. Majority of the first chunk of this video is just going to be doing some black base rims on some of my older minis. Most of them needed 2 coats. These cultists were I was lucky enough I could get away with 1 coat. I think the primer was just that got onto the basing was just happened to be dark enough that I could get away with it. Had to file down some small areas here and there of where the basing material on top had faltered over the edge. But it's just, relaxing, putting the finishing touches on some models. I've actually really liked how these models look once you put the black base rim on them. I, for a long time, kept them with a painted base rim that was painted to match whatever the top was. So if I had done like a really nice tan across the top of it for sand or dirt or something like that, I would maintain that around the rim of the base, just because I thought it would help tie it into the ground. But one of my models the other day, I just ended up covering over the edge of it with just painting it black, and I really liked how it came out. So I decided to maintain that throughout my pretty much all of my miniatures. So I've been going back and redoing a bunch of them. There were a few here and there that the clear coat had gotten onto the rim, and it prevented me from being able to actually paint it. Paint kept coming out, not sticking. It would just kind of bundle up like it was on hydrophobic or something. This one here, you can see me start to struggle with it, so I grabbed my file and just sand down that clear coat layer of it and try and keep everything. I noticed the file, it's really good for taking the chunks off, but when you just want to take that clear coat layer off, I went and grabbed an emery board and just ran with that. Seemed to work really well, tidied them up a bit. I still ran into the issue here and there, but it overall was working pretty well for me. Other than that, we just going through, maintaining and putting the last finishing touches. It really helps pop them out from the ground that they're on, makes them more obvious, which is nice. When you're playing games, it makes them a lot easier. I also have some other models sitting here, and in a little bit here we'll be clear coating those guys, just with some standard. I think I just used the hard coat from Citadel. No, it's Storm Shield from Citadel. Brush on. I should probably look at getting a spray varnish just to make sure that everything's covered. But this brush on, really, it'll work fine for now for my needs. And yeah. I found that saving a lot of this stuff for after the fact, there's a lot of finishing touches, and if you can, I don't like doing batch painting, but if you can do kind of these last steps that every model needs all at once, like even you see here, I've gone back and this is a Grey Knight that I painted probably 3 or 4 months ago on stream, and we're going back and finishing that up. Just had to grab a little bit more black paint to touch it up here. But it's nice to save this stuff for last, and I can just, when I'm painting models, my mind is so active, and I'm constantly thinking about who this character is. I'm thinking about the lore behind, like, my purple and yellow guys there. They're my custom faction. I'm calling the Royal Fists, so whenever I'm painting just the baseline troops for those, I tend to sit and think about the lore for the character and the lore of what's going on, and doing this, I don't think about that at all. I can just focus on the task at hand with my kind of present memory and just let my mind wander and do what it needs to do. It was a nice rainy day here too, which is nice. I could just hear the relaxing sounds of the rain dripping into the sump pump in my basement. Definitely super relaxing. I decided to put these guys on the miniature holder that I have because I'm not doing anything on the bases for them, so I didn't need access to the rims, so I could just really quickly brush this on. It seemed to work out really well. The clear coat is nice because it goes on really glossy, and then as it dries, it kind of dries a lot flatter. Oh, sorry. So as it dries flatter, it pulls out that glossiness and just protects the model nicely. Gives it a bit of a shine, but not too much. But I'm really happy with how they came out after the fact. And it's nice to just take the time to get it done. Having, like I said before, having the time to just sit and do some model painting that isn't actually paint on model, but just like finishing touches and getting to see that last little bit to get them to where they need to be. It's relaxing, and it's nice to just get it all done at once. It's kind of tedious to do after the fact when you're still in the excitement of painting the miniature, so doing these the morning after, or even a couple months after, as it needs to be done, it works out. It worked out really nice for me here, because I just had a nice relaxing day that I could sit and spend my time just finishing up some miniatures. But I guess this is really the first miniature painting video I'm posting on this channel, so I'll take a quick couple minutes here to talk about what I want to do. Largely, it's going to be similar camera angles to this, maybe a little bit more zoomed in, but just something nice and relaxing and with simple voiceover just like this. I haven't figured out if the voiceover is going to be more tutorial oriented or not, but I think this footage itself is a bit too fast for that. So most likely what I'll end up doing is maybe we'll do like character summaries or talking about the lore of the faction or something like that. I think that'd be really interesting to watch personally. And then you get to delve into how I'm thinking when I'm painting the model, as opposed to just, oh, this is how to put paint on a model. Everybody does those. They're easy. It's easy to put paint on the model, and it's nice to be able to see in depth. If you guys like that idea, or if you have any other ideas, just let me know down below in the comments. Other than that, yeah, I'll let the music play out the last little bit here. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more of this content in the future. Chances are in the future it's going to be content based a whole lot more around actually painting the miniatures, as opposed to just finishing up the rims and some, clear coating and things like that. Little maintenance things that aren't as exciting to do in a regular video. But I think moving forward, it's going to be a whole lot more of going through most of the process, at least, of actually painting the miniatures. I don't know if the overdub's necessarily going to be like it was for this one. I like the idea of doing an overdub of, like, say we're doing this sergeant right here. It would be, talking about who the sergeant is as a character, because that's the stuff I like to think about while I'm painting. When I'm doing just this maintenance fiddly stuff, my mind wanders and I talk about, or think about whatever the heck I want, so it's harder to do that stuff for these, but yeah, thanks so much for watching. As I said before, like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see me paint some miniatures live, tune into my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Maxiumaru, on Mondays from 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time to 11 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And if you want to watch me play some video games, we also stream on Wednesdays. Same time frame, just on a Wednesday instead of a Monday. Other than that, I will talk to you guys later. See ya.